morning, Rich Tyson here. Hey, today I want to talk to you just a little bit about one of my favorite people, one that I look up to, this man right here, Teddy Roosevelt. Now, Teddy Roosevelt and I share at least one thing in common. We were both born in the month of October. Now, my children would like to suggest to you perhaps that I was born in the same year as Teddy Roosevelt, and I can assure you that I was not. Obviously, had I been, I would not be making this video today. I would be as dead as Teddy is today. But I'm anxious that we not forget about Teddy, because there is so much to learn from his life and some of his great words. And so this is an edition of Rich Quotes, wherein I want to share with you a quote from Teddy Roosevelt today. And I'll do that shortly. Teddy Roosevelt was born on October 27th, 1858, into what most would describe as an aristocratic New York City family. Those who only know that much might assume that he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and that was what set him on the path to fame and fortune. While it is true that Teddy, and that's the nickname he preferred, never faced the poverty of an Abraham Lincoln, his early years were anything but easy. From the age of 3, he suffered from bronchial asthma. Acclaimed author David McCullough, in his biography of Theodore Roosevelt, Mornings on Horseback, describes the violent, life-threatening asthmatic episodes that haunted Teddy. The attacks are a shattering, numbing experience. Always, no matter how many times it has happened before, nights are made a shambles. Sleep is lost, nerves are frayed. His parents became increasingly wary of anything that might bring on an attack. They grew increasingly protective. And as the years went on, Teddy showed no improvement. These good parents began to feel desperate and depleted, seeing themselves caught in the grip of something altogether uncontrollable. These horrific asthmatic attacks continued well into adolescence, when finally Teddy's father provided him with a gift of far greater value than inherited wealth or loving parental care. Addressing him with his formal name, his father challenged him. Theodore, you have the mind, but you have not the body. And without the help of the body, the mind cannot go as far as it should. Asthma must no longer be an excuse. Teddy was challenged to take on personal responsibility for his growth and development. Teddy told a friend that it was then that he saw himself for what he was. As McCullough wrote, Teddy said, "I am an affront to human shape, boneless, all speed, no strength. I am a pretender." It was hard introspection, and at first it brought him to shame. But then it became a catalyst for the extraordinary character that marked his adult life. His metamorphosis was hard won, but he steeled himself to the process and he overcame his disease. That process of overcoming became essential for him throughout the challenges and opportunities of his life. The year after he completed his second term as President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt gave a stirring speech at Sorbonne, France. The entire speech is a worthwhile read, but for my purposes today, I want to share his oft-quoted centerpiece.
Listen to me, and listen to me well. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
For me, these words are a succinct summary of the life of Teddy Roosevelt. He had a plethora of critics in his day, and many who would still criticize him today. And sometimes even I find myself somewhat critical of the positions that I have studied about him. He didn't do everything the way I would have done it, so perhaps I'm in that critic mode at some level. But I admire the fact that he was actually in the arena. that he cared enough to take a position to pursue a great cause. One of the causes that I love that Teddy Roosevelt pursued was the national park system. I am one who loves to hike the trails of the park system. There are so many parks that I've yet to go to, but I hope within my mortal life that my bucket list will get smaller as my bucket gets more filled with the opportunity to go to the national parks. What a joy they have been to me, and I give credit to Teddy Roosevelt for that. Looking at this issue of being in the arena. This is the world of opportunity risk takers. That's what Teddy really was. He saw opportunities and he took the risk. He proceeded to do great things. Now, there are often hazards in doing this. I don't diminish those. But as we look at the world around us, there are so many opportunities that are still ours to pursue. As I stand here filming today, I have the brilliance of lights around me that allow me to do this. I have a camera that is filming. These are the function of inventors, people who were opportunity risk takers who help make things happen. They, I think, are of the same substance of a Teddy Roosevelt. And I would encourage you as you look at your own life, as the things you're doing, if you're running a business, those new opportunities to expand your service to others, not that you chase off and do everything. I've made other videos about being deliberative as well as decisive. Let's take the opportunity as well to think deeply, but then as we do so, let's not allow our sense of hazard to keep us from moving forward to do great things. I don't know what all those will be for you. I don't know if you're an entrepreneur or if you're running a business, or maybe you're just somebody in a family looking for things to do that will enhance your family life. But take the opportunity to do some great things. Maybe it's just the opportunity, mom and dad, to take your kids to a national park and to enjoy the wonderful beauties therein. There's some risk in that. There's grizzly bears and moose and buffalo and other things. Be careful, but take the opportunity risk. Get out and do things. Explore the world. You will be happier. You will grow from it. It will be a great experience. Not that I can tell you you won't have some possibilities of injury or even death, but we are designed to get out and do things, to, as Teddy Roosevelt has said, get in the arena. So I commend that to you. I hope you appreciate the great opportunities that continue to surround us. Not every invention has been made. We have the opportunity to do great things. Get in the arena. Don't worry too much about the critics. Listen, learn, but move forward. Hey, thank you for listening today, and especially for having a listening ear to Teddy Roosevelt and his quote. I look forward to sharing other quotes with you over time. This is a joy for me to do these things, and I hope you have a great day. If you haven't yet subscribed to the CEO Builder channel, by the way, please do so. And if you have comments or questions for me, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. Have a great day.